to the station.
This call is now.
And she went away with her aunt. So we'll continue from here. Tanzil, please read.
Okay, sir. She was standing very close to me, so close that the perfume from her hair could be smelled. Then she moved away. Only the scent of perfume lingered where she had stood. There was some confusion in the doorway. A man getting into the compartment stammered an apology. Then the door banged, and the world was shut out again. I returned to my berth. The guard blew his whistle, and we moved off. Once again, I had a game to play and a new fellow traveler. The train gathered speed. The wheels took up their song. The carriage groaned and shook. I found the window and sat in front of it, starting into the daylight that was darkness for me. So many things were happening outside the window. It could be festive May game, guessing what went on out there.
Okay. So here what happened, as soon as the girl left, the narrator could smell the perfume that she had applied, and as soon as she moved away, the scent of the perfume, the smell of the perfume still stayed there. Lingered means stayed. So that scent of the perfume was still there where she was standing. And as soon as she was getting out, there was some confusion over there. A new traveler was entering, and this girl was leaving the compartment. So there was some confusion, and then the door was shut, the whistle blew, and the train had to start the further journey. And the narrator says again he has to play the game, means there is a new fellow traveler with him. Again, he will play that guessing game, how he looks like, what will he talk with him, because this is a kind of game for him as he is blind. Then again the train was on its way. Here it is written the train gathered speed, the wheels took up their song, means it is the sign that the train is about to begin. And the carriage groaned and shook. As you know, when the train is moving, you feel like the carriage is shaking. Groan is the noise that is made by carriage. So he sat near the window seat, though it was daylight, but it was darkness for him as he was blind. So many things were happening outside the window. It could be fascinating game, he said. Fascinating means attractive game, like guessing what is going on outside, as he was blind, so he could just guess. And this was a kind of game for him. He was enjoying that. Who wants to read?
Sir, can I? Yes, sir.
Sir, can I read Aisha?
Okay, Aisha.
Yes, sir. The man who had entered the compartment dropped into my
Reverie.
reverie. You must be disappointed, he said. I am not nearly as attractive a traveling companion as the one who just left. She was an interesting girl, I said. Can you tell me, did she keep her hair long or short? I don't remember, he said, sounding puzzled. It was her eyes I noticed, not her hair. She had beautiful eyes, but they were of no use to her. She was completely blind. Didn't you notice?
Okay, it is a question. Didn't you notice? So, the new fellow traveler, as soon as he came inside the compartment, what did he notice? That the narrator was in his own thoughts. You know, sometimes you are thinking about something, the person who's someone is trying to talk to you, you don't answer that person because you are completely lost in your thoughts. That is called reverie. So this new fellow traveler noticed that narrator was thinking about something. Then this new traveler said to the narrator that you might be disappointed, right? You might be unhappy because I am not so much attractive like the traveling companion you had till now, till Saharanpur. So then the new traveler was talking about that girl, and the narrator asked this new fellow traveler, yes, that she was an interesting girl, but can you tell me about her hairstyle? Means, did she keep her hair long or short? Because the narrator was blind, so he asked this new fellow traveler. Then this man said that I don't remember. Even he was confused that why is the narrator asking this such a strange question. Then this new traveler told the narrator that I only noticed one thing about her, that was her eyes. That were her eyes. Because she had beautiful eyes. The new fellow traveler said that though she was beautiful, she had beautiful eyes. But the beautiful eyes were useless. They were of no use to her because she was completely blind. Didn't you notice? But how would the narrator have noticed? Because the narrator himself was blind, and the the truth was revealed, and the narrator was astonished. Both were blind, and they were having a conversation with each other, like both of them were unaware about each other's blindness, right? So that was the secret that I did not allow her to reveal, right, Rabia?
Yes.
Okay. Remember the name of the author? Ruskin Bond, please not
Yes.
forget the name. Today I will be sending the fair book notes which you have to complete. We'll read it.
Sir, can I watch this Sarachan? Sir, can I
I'll give the turn.
Sir, can I? Ilma.
Audible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Aina, please start.
okay. Chapter 1, chapter number 1, The Eyes Have It by Rustin Bond. The ascension, the most important things tellingly, effectively, forbiddenable, inspiring
Sir,
fear and respect,
Formidable, inspiring fear and respect.
sir,
deserted,
Yes.
empty,
sir, we have to write this.
Not now. I'll send the PDF.
Okay, sir.
deserted, empty, pretend, false
Pretend.
show,
Pretend.
a false show, Burton's a fall sh- sh- Burton was
Ventured.
ventured was brave enough to say.
So when you venture something, you take a kind of risk.
Gallant, charmingly attentive,
Attentive. Charmingly attentive.
charmingly attentive. Encountered a chance meeting. Lingered, stayed,
Lingered.
lingered, stayed.
Okay, wait.
Even
I want someone else to continue from here.
Sir, can I mod this,
Dheeraya
Rajani?
Pizan.
Modesa, please.
Yes, sir. Give one word. Number one. Felt sudden shock or arm. Answer. Startled.
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 Is this alarm?
Alarm.
How many of you still call it alarm? No one will accept it, I'm sure. But if you do so, correct it, it is alarm.
Number two. Large, brightly colored flowers.
Dahlias.
Dahlias.
You can call it the either way. You can also call it dahlias. But
Dahlia.
okay, are these flowers? Do you call it flowers or flowers?
Flowers.
Flowers. Flowers.
Continuous deep sound. Rumble.
That sound of the engine.
Number three. A state of being lost in your thoughts.
Reverie.
Reverie.
This we all have experienced sometimes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Rabia,
Sir, can
will
I
you
read?
continue?
Yes.
Yes, read, fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blank. The first thing the narrator noticed about the girl was the sound of her slippers. According to the narrator, people who cannot see only take in the essential. The girl who was going to the girl was going to Saharanpur. The girl said that she loved the hill, especially in October. The new passenger sounded puzzled when the narrator asked him about the length of the girl's hair.
Okay. Now in blanks, you just be careful when you all are writing. Where there is S, you have to add S at the end of the word, like slippers. Then essentials. When you are writing in the fair book, all of you have to be careful. Capital alphabet, the first alphabet when it is proper noun. October, also capital O. And do not write hairs. It is hair. Dereya. Whose ID is that?
Yes, sir. Dheeraya Pizan.
Zan. Yes, read.
Complete the following. They called their goodbyes and the train pulled out of the station.
Wherever you feel that you have doubt, you can ask me. We are just reading
Okay.
so that when you write, there is no mistake in the fair book.
Okay. Well, often happens that people with good eyesight fail to see what is what is right in front of them. Her voice had the sparkle of a mountain stream. Only the scent of perfume lingered where she had stood.
It is scent.
Scent.
Yes.
The train gathered speed, the wheels took up their song, the carriage groaned and shook.
Okay. See, when you're writing this, make sure you write past tense, ed. Here it is shook. Both are past tense. Okay. Now,
Sir, can I read?
who asked me?
Holy Aisha.
Sorry.
Holy Aisha.
I just gave the chance for reading. Asar Zainab, will you? Amiri,
Yes, sir.
will you read?
Yes. Who said to whom? Are you going all the way to Dara? Answer. The narrator asked the girl.
I hope all of you know what is who said to whom.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Sorry, because of net connection, it is slower, so it's taking time to change the screen. I already changed. Continue.
I didn't know anyone else was here. Answer. The girl replied to the narrator. Can you tell me? Did she keep her hair long or short? The narrator asked the fellow passenger. You have an interesting face, the narrator said to the girl. She had beautiful eyes, but they were of no use to her. Pa- Passenger said to the
Narrator.
narrator.
Then who else is there for reading? Ready. Those who want to read, raise your hand. Who is Nayani Zainab?
Yes, sir. Question answer. Where was the narrator going? Answer. The narrator was going to Dehra and then to Mysore.
It is Masuri.
Masuri.
मशहूर मसूरी है
Masuri.
मसूरी. See, you write D capital also. M should be capital. Continue.
What made the narrator think the couple who came to see the girl of were perhaps her parents? The narrator threw that the
Thought.
couple were probably the girl's parents, as they seemed very anxious about her comfort, giving her detailed instructions about how to look after herself on the train.
So here the parents were very anxious. They were worried, and they were giving detailed instructions. So the narrator thought that this couple was the girl's parent.
Why did the narrator's voice startle her?
Startled.
The narrator thinks that his voice startled the girl because he was probably sitting in a dark corner. Actually, she did not see him because she was blind.
Okay, see just one change over here. Here in the question, it is present tense, startle, because already there is did. So please ignore the typing error. It is also given in the textbook. In the question, you will not write startled. So startled means surprised. So narrator thought that he might be sitting in a dark corner, so the girl was surprised. She was startled as soon as the narrator asked her the first question. But we know the fact. Why was she startled? Because actually she was blind and she did not know that anyone else was sitting in the same compartment.
What was the narrator's first question to the girl? How did she respond to it? The narrator first asked the girl whether she was going to Dehra. She replied that she was getting off at Saharanpur and that her aunt was meeting her there.
Dehra. This is Dehra.
How did the narrator try to give away the fact that he was totally blind at the time? The narrator felt that he did not give away the fact that he was blind. If he kept to his seat, he also
Pretended.
pretended pretended to look out to the window of the window and see the landscape.
Did you all understand? Are you all understanding the answers?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now who else will read? Please raise your hand. Sukun Virani,
Yes, sir.
read.
Yes. Um, who, who
You know what
made
is
this remark and
RP?
about whom? The narrator made this remark about the girl in the compartment.
What is RC? I hope all of you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Reference
Yes.
to content.
Reference
Yes.
to content.
So the lines from the textbook have been taken and the questions are asked. So you have an interesting face. Who made this remark? Means who said this? So narrator made this remark about the girl who was sitting with him. Continue. Continue.
Why did the speaker use the word interesting to describe the face? He used the word because he had no idea the girl looked like and it was safe thing to say.
Yes. So as we discussed, the narrator was blind, so he did not know how the girl looked like. So he could not say whether she was beautiful or ugly, but he could just use the word interesting, which was a diplomatic compliment.
What was the listener reply to this remark? The listener said that it was nice to be told that she had an interesting face, as she was tired of people telling her she had a pretty face.
Yes. So the listener was the girl. She replied that it was the first time someone told her that she has an interesting face.
Who spoke this word? She she
First,
had
read the question.
she had beautiful eyes, but they were all nose nose to her
No use.
nose to her. Who spoke this word and to whom? The narrator's fellow passenger who had entered the compartment after the girl got out said this to the narrator,
Yes. So the new fellow passenger said these words to him.
whose beautiful eyes are referred to here. The beautiful eyes referred to here are those of the girl who had shared the narrator's compartment for a part of his journey.
Yes. For the part of his journey means not for the whole journey, but a part of his journey. She was there with him till Saharanpur.
Why were the eyes of no use to her? The eyes were of no use to the girl because she was blind.
Yes. So this I don't have to explain. She had eyes, but the eyes were useless for her. So today you will complete your fair book, right?
Yes, sir.
But I know that you have got other subjects homework, so I am just telling you to complete the objectives today. Means do not write question answers and reference to context today. If you want to write, it's okay. I won't stop you. But when you send the homework, you can just send the objectives because I'm sure you will get other subjects homework. So,
Sir, you said
what?
you sent PDF.
Of course, I will. Then only you will complete. I'll not tell you to complete it from the video or take screenshots. Don't worry. That is only for grammar. That screenshots I'll tell you to take. So now, without wasting much of our time, we'll quickly begin with chapter 2 because we have to complete both English and grammar
Sir, can
before
I
the
read?
Shall
coach.
I read Madesa?
Who is this? Aisha, I'll send the PDF. Don't worry. Today
Okay,
itself
sir.
you'll get it after 11. Soon as I complete my lectures, I'll send it before 12.
Okay, sir.
Now, those who want to read, they'll just raise hand. From that, students I'll select.
Sir,
Sir,
can
but
I
I
read?
don't have feature.
Which who doesn't have?
I, Terry Afizan.
Okay. Zainab is not reading, and Amreen also. You don't want to read? Okay. Amreen, please read.
Number 2, the cookie thief. Sir, I have to take the warm up.
Yes, that only.
You go to a supermarket,
buy some groceries, and pay the bill. You leave the shop, but return immediately to inform the lady at the corner that she didn't give you the correct change. The lady insists that that she did, but you argue endlessly till you get your change. You come back home only to find the change due in the pocket of your jeans. Write three adjectives to describe your feelings.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me the adjectives. What will you think about yourself? What will you feel? You understood the situation or not?
Yes.
What is it? Can you explain?
It said that we go to supermarket for buying some groceries and pay the bill. And when we leave the shop, but return immediately to inform the lady who is at the counter that she didn't give us correct change. Then the lady says that no, I've given the correct change. We go back home to find the change, but we find it in our pocket.
Yes. So the first feeling is being guilty. You argued with that lady in the supermarket. You thought that it was her mistake. She didn't give you the change, the correct change. She might have cheated upon you, but that was your misconception. That was something wrong that you did. So first feeling is being guilty. What are the other adjectives that you would think? Tell me some adjectives. Give me some more words. How would you feel? No words? No adjectives? I thought at least I would get five. Yes, Aina. You raised your hand. Many have raised. So should I ask them? Shameful. Feel sorry. You feel ungrateful. Annoyed. All these are adjectives.
So can I read?
So can I read?
What are they eating? What are they sharing?
Cookies.
I know.
Cookies.
Cookies.
Cookies. Biscuits, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So first, I'll tell you about the poem, the summary, and why are we reading this poem? What is the need? So objective is to learn how our assumptions drive our actions and responses. What we assume that this is the fact then we don't accept whatever others tell us. We do not accept their point of view. That is the objective. Whose mic is on? Please mute the mic. So our assumptions drive our actions. What we think about someone, we take actions accordingly. But sometimes our assumptions might be wrong about the people. We judge them. We should not be judgmental always. So the poem summarizes the human tendency to jump to conclusions based on assumptions that are hasty and erroneous. Our assumptions, our thoughts are not always true. Our assumptions, जो हम सोच लेते हैं, our perception is not always true. Sometimes it is hasty. We take the decisions quickly, and it might be wrong. That will come to know only after the time is gone. So the main character, the lady in the poem, she is waiting at the airport before she boards her flight, and she thus buys herself a bag of cookies, and she also buys a book for reading till the flight arrives. Now she's sitting on a chair, as you can see, she's waiting for a flight. She is annoyed, she is really angry to find that the man seated next to her, he is sharing her cookies without permission. That the man is just picking up cookies one by one from her packet without even asking her. So that is what she is annoyed with. And seeing this, she is full of anger, and she wants to talk to this man rudely. She wants to make him realize that how thankless he is. She also wants to slap him, that he is a thief after all, because he is taking cookies from the packet without her permission. Then finally she boards the flight, and when she settles down in her seat, then subsequently she is shocked. What did she discover? That her bag of cookies was inside her bag, this yellow bag. Her bag of cookies was packed. She did not open it, and it was a mistake. How terribly she realized how terribly wrong she had been, that she was judgmental. She judged the man, that the man was ungrateful, he was a thief. But all this time, she was sharing the cookies from his packet. The man wasn't the thief. Actually, he was a kind-hearted person, that he did not tell anything to the lady. He did not stop the lady from taking the cookies from his packet, actually. So it had been her mistake all along, and the man had actually been nice enough to share his bag of cookies without a word of complaint. The man did not even complain once. He could have, but he did not. So the poem is a light-hearted vein, draws attention to the normal psychology of humans, our normal psychology, all of us, including me, that we always try to find faults with those around and turning a blind eye. I repeat, we turn blind eye, means we ignore the fact to the possibility of us also being at fault. Do we easily agree when it is our fault? Tell me honestly. Do we?
No.
No, because it is human psychology. I said including me, including all of us. And we turn a blind eye, which is wrong. I know speaking is easy, doing is difficult, but that is what we have to learn from this poem when we read it in the next lecture. Is there any question? Should we complete the lecture? Any question?
No.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.